Hey superstars, as promised, I am here today to introduce you to the first of the 12 archetypes when we look at them alphabetically. The Advocate Rescuer, so this little lady here, she's got a big heart, so much to give the world. And I just want to start with an introduction to her so that you can better get to understand who she is and what she's here to do, what she's here to contribute. I have seen so many times in the women that I have worked with, profiled, who've done a Thrive Factor experience, and also hear this regularly from the Thrive Factor coaches when they work with women who have the Advocate Rescuer archetype, that this for a woman who has it can be so overwhelming. She's an archetype that is big-hearted, like it's the archetype of compassion. Those of you that know anything about any of the goddess stories, if you think about the Goddess Kwan Yin, the Eastern goddess of compassion, she's like the Mother Theresa energy who wanted to help and heal the world. That's the energy of the Advocate Rescuer. She is here to do big things when it comes to advocating for things that she believes in and that are important to her. And she's often a champion for causes. And I say causes because it's rare that she's just focused on one. The cause may be to do with people, so humanitarian aspect. It may be to do with environment. It may be to do with animals, or it may be to do with all of those things, yeah? When the Advocate Rescuer wants to give and to support and to care and to love, she does that in abundance. What often happens though, an interesting dynamic with this beautiful archetype, is that huge desire to give can often mean that you leave yourself intensely depleted. You said yes to everyone around you and you've forgotten to say yes to yourself. And when that happens, you've given of yourself so much, like so much time, energy, emotion, money, so many different ways. Like the giving is endless, it's infinite. But when you've depleted yourself, sometimes as an Advocate Rescuer, you can find yourself in a dynamic where you start to feel perhaps resentful for all of the yes you've done. Here's Archie Cat coming to say hello in the background. You might feel like a bit of a martyr. You might feel like you have to say yes because that's your default way to respond to the world. And what I've often heard Advocate Rescuers do or say is, but no one else would do it, or I have to do it, I have to help. So there's all these different kinds of dynamics playing out. Your desire to help is so huge and so genuine and so important and so valued by so many. But often you can miss seeing the value of what you actually have to give and to contribute to the world. Advocate Rescuers love to be appreciated, but often they don't receive the appreciation in the way that they desire. So when it comes to things like volunteering your time, your energy, your money, all those kinds of things, any and all those things, you may find yourself getting to a point, as I said, where you feel a little bit resentful or a bit martyrish around things and go, well, no one ever says thank you to me. Yeah, I say it with a face because this is the kind of face that Advocate Rescuers pull at me when they're saying these things to me. Ladies, the most important gift that you can give yourself, or one of them I really should say, because there's always many layers of gifts that we can receive via the reality and the understanding of our Thrive Factor archetypes. So one of the most important gifts that you can give yourself is to self-acknowledge, to celebrate yourself, to acknowledge how much you do give, how valued you truly are. When you value yourself more and your place in the world, giving, supporting, cheering, advocating for others, not rescuing so much, but leading by example, then you're going to have less of this dynamic of expecting, wanting, feeling, needing others to do that for you. Your cup will be so much fuller and so much richer and there'll be so much more joy in your life. Now, the rescuer part of the Advocate Rescue, I'm going to talk about the advocate or the advocacy in a minute beyond the causes that you may champion. But the rescuer part is the part of you that wants to help and wants to give and wants to share and wants to love. And you can be overwhelming with how much you want to support and help others. You often will jump in and do something for someone or for a group long before anyone's even realised that they may need some help or support. And sometimes that can create a sort of an awkward dynamic with another person or an organisation where it's like, we didn't ask for your help. And you're like, but I wanted to help and I could see where I could help. Yeah. So remember to ask, use your voice. This is where the advocate in you is so strong. But use your voice to speak up for what you want and need, to be clear about what's important to you, to ask and to speak not for others, but to speak as a role model for other people. Advocate rescuers often talk about wanting to be empowering, but sometimes they can miss the true definition of what empowerment means. And to empower someone is not to do it for them, which an advocate rescuer can often do. To empower someone is to lead by example and to show them a way that they may be able to do for themselves. So that's such an important understanding for you as an advocate rescuer. And again, another layer of the gifts that you can give yourself by understanding what it truly means to be empowering. When it comes to self-advocacy, be really clear about what you want and need. Learn to ask for that. Learn to expect that can be returned to you, that you can receive that. Open and allow yourself to receive. That's a part of you being more abundant in the world, of being more magnetic in the world, of being the kind-hearted, beautiful woman that you are. Not the one who can feel overwhelmed or challenged or overly sensitive or resentful or martyrish. Yeah, that's all signs that your rescuer is going a bit haywire in the world. Yeah. So if you are an advocate rescuer, you may not know that this is an archetype you have. You'll see posts around in the group that give you an opportunity to take the free assessment so you can learn one of your possible archetypes, because you could have anywhere between 3 and 5, maybe even 6. But if you get a real sense or you know you're an advocate rescuer, then it's time, ladies, to go back into your heart, to understand the true definition of compassion by starting with self-compassion, to give yourself all the love that you're looking for externally, and to lead from that space in the world, in your life and in your business, to let your sensitivities come to life, to let others see your sensitive heart and how vulnerable you can be, but in a place of being that advocate, being the self-compassion driven woman who is here to share her love, her kindness, her generosity. Yeah. So if you have any questions at all about this archetype or any others, as I share more about the whole 12 archetypes in the coming couple of weeks as a starting point, then please let me know. Just pop a comment below, ask a question, share your insights. If you are an advocate rescuer, come and tell everyone what you love about this archetype, what you've learnt about living with this archetype, what this archetype offers for you as a businesswoman. And as we move through and I do more lives and do more teaching, I'll be sharing more about things to do with what I call the 4 M's of momentum: mindset, marketing, money, and magnetism. And we'll look at those for each of the archetypes as well. And some of the new training that I'm going to be bringing through in the coming weeks, we'll look at all sorts of aspects of how the Thrive Factor archetypes, no matter what your archetypes are in your profile, how they influence you as a businesswoman and what you can do with them to really harness your power and to really, really make the most of your potential to thrive. So have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. I love that we've got so many new members have joined us from different parts of the world, some whose names I recognise, some who are brand new to me. I'm looking forward to getting to know you. Come and have fun. Let's thrive. Let's be the women who together support each other, cheer each other, and rise as women who thrive. Have a beautiful day.